Hi everyone, welcome to my new video. First, let's explain what phishing is for those who don't know, although I believe most of you know it, so let's keep it short. A phishing attack is a social engineering technique where a hacker sends an email to the victim that contains a phishing website that can be a fake clone of a social network, company, or anything else. That email should look convincing and like it really comes from a valid person or company. Since many people use the same programs and techniques, most of those emails end up in spam folders or look fake. There are a million videos on YouTube on how to send a phishing email, so we won't talk about that. We're going to focus on how hackers send quality and convincing emails that actually get people hooked. Subscribe and stay until the end because I'll show you some programs and tools that can be used for this attack. Let's say a hacker targets some company X. They'll divide their attack into several phases. The first phase is gathering information about the company and its clients. In this phase, he tries to collect as much data as possible that can later help him compose a convincing email. For example, if he finds the names of clients and people the company cooperates with, it means that he will be able to use them for the email. The targeted company will trust an email more if it comes from someone they have worked with in the past. The next phase is finding a loophole. After the hacker has all the information, he will try to directly hack an employee's email, their computers or servers. However, in many cases, this will not work for him, so he will move on to the next phase. The third phase is hacking a third party. If he cannot hack the targeted company, then he will try their client so that he can use their emails and clean everything up so that he does not get involved in the story. This can work, and with this phishing would be much more successful. But let's say that the hacker did not manage to do this either, so he opted for the simplest phishing. The fourth phase is buying a fake domain, buying a G Suite account, and creating a phishing site. If he did not manage to hack the company, if he did not manage to hack the client, all that remains is to buy a fake domain based on the information he has obtained, which can be something like customer-support.com, and then create a subdomain with the client's name, for example, asus.customer-support.com. It can be anything, depending on the case. The next step is for the person to create an email address, which should be something like office.asus.customer-support.com. Here's a very good tool that can be used to colonize a site. 8-Track is a tool that copies website files very well so that nothing is left over or looks different. There are versions for Windows and Linux. After the hacker has a clone, he then has to write a script that will save the data that the victim is hiding. And finally, you just have to send the email and wait. That's it for this video.